Good morning. So today, slightly different day. I've got a job to do on my own property. At the top of this wall, I've had a leak there. I've had some scaffolding up and I've had the chimney capped. I've investigated the lead all around the chimney and it's still leaking, which has led me to the conclusion that some of the mortar work, some of the pointing up there needs replacing. And I've had some quotes which are eye-watering. The reason being that pointing is a job that is physically demanding and takes time. So I'm going to have a go at it. So I'm going to borrow a grinder, buy a disc specific to removing the mortar, and I'm going to purchase all the bits and bobs, and I'm going to start pointing. So follow along for this one. Interesting.
So this is the wall that I'm going to be repointing. I'm going to be focusing mainly on the top, although it's actually not in good condition throughout, but I'm going to be focusing on the top. So I went to get the bits. So I've got a sand and cement mortar. That's a Hawk. That's a grinding disc from a drill. Those are grinding discs for the grinder that Andy lent me. That's a brick jointer. And then this little fellow is called a tuck pointing tool. That one there, that's excellent. And then I bought myself a little mini trowel. So ready to go, up the ladder. Must admit, squeaky bum time. Not a big fan of going up ladders at my age, but managed to get to the top and just showing you the brickwork there. I mean, you can see it's in poor nick throughout. This isn't actually the area that I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on this area here because this is the area that in my flat there's basically some moisture that's got through, so it's got to be around here. But it's honestly it's terrible. I've no idea who did that work or when it was done. Whilst I'm up here, I'm going to have a look at clearing those gutters because that can't help with water coming over the gutter and running down the wall. That must be a bit of a problem. You see, I've already had a bit of a clean out. Bit of electrics going outside, and there's the grinder ready to go. And so on go the safety goggles. This is not going to win any beauty comps, but look at that. And then cracking on with it. So turning this grinder on and giving it a good old go. Those are the perps. They're called perps, perpendiculars. This grinding tool was really giving it large. It got that mortar out really nicely. Actually a very satisfying job. And I started doing the horizontals. You can see it's a dusty, noisy old job. Got an absolute mound of dust in the mouth. Yeah, you can see, but it's getting that mortar out really nicely. It's an up close, bit of a special shot there. So yeah, probably took me about an hour to do, I don't know, not much more than like a metre squared. It feels like it's a big job. Hence why it's expensive. I mean, it's not massively skilled, no disrespect. It's all about its physicality and doing things on ladders. There's the end product of the little area that I did. I even found a brick that was completely loose. No idea how that happened. Next onto the plaster, bit of water into that mix and then gave it a good old mix. Looked fairly decent. Then back up the ladder, got the mortar on my Hawk and then using the tuck pointing tool. So this is a little technique that I found off Roger Bisbee from Skill Builder or something like that. Love his videos. He's got one on pointing. And that little tool there just enables you to sort of push the mortar into the horizontals. The ladder did get in the way a little bit, which was a bit of a pain in the old derriere. Scaffolding hadn't been put up for pointing work, so it was obviously in the way of the Hawk while I was doing this. But I, for sure, not going to win Pointing of the Year award, but I for sure feel like I've waterproofed the particular area that I was working on today. Got a lot of plaster, got a lot of mortar in there. Keep using the word plaster. I've got to stop doing that. It's me doing the perps. So Again, Roger Bisbee recommended that if you use a trowel that is the same width as the brick, it's easy to push them into the perpendicular joints, and he was absolutely right. So this was first pass. Yeah, again, I'm not going to win Pointer of the Year, but I believe that I have waterproofed that wall. I'm probably going to go with that again, actually, just so the mortar protrudes a little bit. So yeah, job's a good one.